Morning, everybody, and welcome to this session of day three, which is brand day. So very excited to have a great panel of speakers during the course of today. And a very exciting start to the day with some new information from eBay about a new coded coupon that they are launching today. So our guest with today is Beringer. She is the Global Product Marketing Head of UK and Seller Promo Tools for eBay. Uh, Beringer has been at eBay for more than 7 years, starting her career in customer experience strategy, consulting before moving to online retail 10 years ago. In her current role, she is focused on helping sellers to grow their business using eBay marketing and insight tools, such as Seller Hub promotions on Terapeak, product search. Beringer is always looking for ways to help sellers expand with new tools or new data, and to encourage eBay buyers to keep coming back for more. A big part of her work is also to listen and learn from the sellers and buyers community on what eBay is doing and also where they can improve through programs like eBay Seller Council. Outside of her work, Beringer is an avid reader who has been enjoying spending time with the three children during the lockdown. So welcome to today's call, and we're definitely very excited to be hearing about the new marketing and data tools that you guys are launching.
Thank you very much, Matt, and I'm delighted to be with you today to talk about this new Seller Hub promotional tool, Coded Coupons, as well as hearing your questions and learn more as much as possible.
Fantastic. So I'll hand that over to you, and we're all excited to hear about all this.
Okay, thank you very much. So again, thank you and welcome everybody to this workshop. I will go through a number of things with you related to coded coupons. As Matt said, and thank you very much for the intro, my name is Bérangère Chanclot-Fawkes. I'm the head of product marketing at eBay UK. You may have seen in some videos on YouTube related to listing quality report or Seller Hub promotions, but this is the new version, the refreshed content, so I hope you will enjoy it. I think I will start by saying that many of you have told us how hard it is to brings buyer backs to your listing, and also how hard it is to define which right promo tool to use for your listing. And this is where we'd like to help. By the end of this 30 minutes, I hope that you will be able to understand how using Seller Hub promotions can benefit your business. And we'll also have a look at the new coded coupon tools. And then at the end, I will also give you some steps to build a promotion strategy using the different type of Seller Hub promotions. And at the very end, I'm also having a few surprises for what can come next. So before stepping in, deep into the topic, I'd like to give you a tour of the main promotions that we have on eBay, a little bit like presenting the main characters of the story in a way. So promotion on eBay have started a long time ago, and in the forms of markdowns, a promotion where the initial price is tracked through and a reduced price is publicized or shown to the buyer. Then we added the concept of a sell event, and this is why one of these tools is called Sell Event plus Markdown. And the concept of a sell event is when a set of those discounted items are grouped together and being shown to the buyer. And in this case, the promotion is for all buyers to enjoy it, and it's unconditional. You buy the item, you get the reduced price. After that, we introduced actually conditional offers, one that the buyer have to do something to get those, and those are order discounts and multi-buy. So for multi-buy, buyers are offered a reduced price when they buy 1, 2, 3, or more of the same listings. For order discounts, offer a discount on the order, as the name said, if the buyer add to the cart a set of items, or if the order exceed a threshold. And as for markdowns, the offer is displayed on the listing and visible to all visitors, all buyers looking at your items. And then more recently, we have introduced more targeted offers, and those offers can also be used outside of eBay. So the third type is offer to buyers, a private offer that sellers can send to buyers that have watched or show an interest in the item. I'm sure that you have received some. I'm sure that you have sent some, and it's one of the latest and most enjoyable way to actually use promotions. And then the last one is coded coupon, the new one that I will talk to you a little bit more later on. And as you can see, this is one of the screenshots, one of the way to use coded coupon today. So before just going a little bit further, I just want to take the time to reflect a little bit how promotions are an important part of the buyer journey. They are frequently seen, they are frequently received by buyers, and they are, of course, actioned by buyers. And our data shows that in the last quarter, in Q1, nearly 44% of the business transactions in US, in UK, and many European markets occurred with the listings that featured where one of those promotions tools were used. So let's have a better look at what this means for sellers. When we survey and interview real customers, buyers in the UK, they are telling us that they see eBay as a great destination for value shopping, a place they value for getting something they were not expecting at that price, for getting more value for their money. And as a result, actually using seller hub promotions is driving higher conversions for listings. For example, add volume pricing to an eligible listing, increase the change of the sales by up to 10%. And watchers are at least 30% more likely to turn into buyers when they received an offer from a seller. Those two stats have been shared previously. They are actually not, they're not extremely recent, but they're from 2019, but they just show you how important those tools are to the success of your listing, and that you can use them when you want to increase this performance. So customers want to see great prices, and they love a bargain. They expect to see that on eBay, but they are not stopping there. What they are telling us as well is that there are a few things that is more important for them, and that they looked at a number of things when they looked at what is value. So the number one thing that they told us for this reason is that they look for value beyond price. What it means for you is that the velocity that you get with a great price would be amplified with a great service. As I'm sure that you would know. The second thing is that they want transparency and savings. They want it clear and transparent. And here, our tools are here to help that. And then there are emotions involved when looking and finding a great price. And we see that a lot in discussion that we have with buyers and also sellers. Buyers are telling us about how they're feeling when they research their next purchase. They look for this hidden gem, or they look for a number of things to be able to bring back to them and delight the recipient of a gift, for example, or just also themselves. And these are very special moments that promotions can help you to relate to and create those experiences for buyers. So there are three key ways that using promotions can benefit your listing performance. Firstly, it makes your listing stand out, highlighting a good price, and can also help you close the deal. This is true with large promotions offers like sale event, but also more specific targeted offers like offer to buyers. Secondly, it is a tool for you to accelerate velocity of sales of specific inventory, like seasonal items at peak times or old stock that you'd like to clear. Multi-buy, order discount, and coded coupons are also tools to help drive larger order by encouraging customers to buy more. And thirdly, while all promotions type have an emotional factor, we talked about it earlier, some are stronger at building a specific rapport between buyers and sellers, which can help to build a loyal set of customers, encouraging your buyers to come back to your listings. So now let's look at coded coupons in more detail. Coded coupons are a way to offer buyers a specific coupon code that you will be able to share with your buyers. They replace the previous codeless coupon, and there are many types of discounts that sellers can offer here. I will come back to this a little bit later on. And the discount is applied at checkout. You can see here, one of the things that we have with coded coupons is that there is these pages that are automatically generated for all of the items that are under the same coupon code. So when might you use coded coupons? So you can use coded coupons when you want to send a printed coupon in order to encourage repeat purchase. You can do this directly today in Seller Hub order tabs, or you can also do it manually and use the coded coupon yourselves. You can offer a discount to customers instead of just adjusting the item price. You can do this in the M2M, in discussion with sellers in a member-to-member communication, or you can also do it in outside when you're talking about this. And then you can control your spend on promotion and protect your selling on your margin with options like minimum spend, expiry, and budget. When I'm meeting sellers, digital event, what they've told us a lot is that they actually like coupons as a way to give an incentive to customers. They like the fact that they control what they can do, and that it's something that they could do on a wider scale or a smaller scale as well. So I think one of the most important concepts to understand when looking about coupons is that there is what we call public coupon and what we call private coupon. A public coupon is a coupon code that will be shown and displayed on your listings. It will also be shown on SRP, and it will be shown at the checkout page. So it's a little bit like an order discount promotion or a sale event promotion. Will be seen on every listing, and every visitor will see it. A private coupon is different. A private coupon is not shown on eBay, but it is something that you can share through your own social channels, through your own ways of reaching out customer, from the very crafty way of just sharing a code with your friends and family to driving a social media presence or a social media campaign by actually posting the code to Instagram, for example, or Facebook. And the idea here is that with this case, with these private offers private coupons or private offers that you're sending, you are actually giving this code to selected customers that you reach out to, and they will then use the code when they are on eBay looking at your listings. So I see that there is a question from Lauren. Instruction mentioned you could print them out to create repeat custom, but when I create them, they do not have an option to print. Are sellers able to print coded coupon? So this is a very, very good question. When we launched initially a few weeks ago, it was actually not possible to print directly from eBay. But again, you could create your own coupon outside of eBay with the coupon code and the terms and condition and what you want to say. And then when you do this, now in Seller Hub in Seller Hub order tabs, you will see that we just launched last week a new functionality where when you click print documents, there is the option to print a coupon directly for Seller Hub order tabs, and I have a screenshot that I will show you later on. And there's another question which I'm taking here. I'd like to offer the buyers leaving great feedback a coded coupon for coordinating items for less. Can I use eBay message to follow up their purchase and send this promotion to them? So you can. However, I would actually probably recommend to do this in a feature that we are launching by the end of June, where we will be offering the options to recontact buyers to send a specific coupon. And in this case, this will actually be less be perceived by the buyer as an unsolicited messaging. So going back to coded coupon and the main flow, one of the things that make the difference between coded coupons and the type of the other promotions is that actually with coded coupons you can set up a budget, and what I mean by budget is that actually you can instruct the system to stop for the coupon code to stop working when an amount of money of discount has been reached. So you can set also a number maximum of redemptions per account, and this is something that I would recommend to do for private coupons, because the coupon code can be used by different people that could be they are transferable. So setting up a maximum number of redemption is a way to be sure that you control your spend. You can set an expiry date as well, of course, saying that it's only for a few days or a few months, and be sure of controlling the promotion here. You can set a minimum spend, which is very useful to drive orders higher, and then you can set a maximum discount as well. So that means that you can say something that is a 25% off, for example, of your next purchase, but it is capped at £20 or at £50. One of the things to look at when using all of those tools is, of course, to consider the buyer expectations to avoid disappointment. So one of the things that is easier to do is to be very clear on the expiry date over a maximum budget, because that's something that the buyer can act on. And I think also we are really recommending to be sure that, especially when using a budget, that you think that this budget will allow sufficient redemption to not disappoint the buyers as much as possible. So one last thing on this managing of buyer expectations. Our recommendation is to make your terms clear, which means basically is that if you are using, you are sharing a code with friends and family, for example, be clear about the parameters that are in the coupon campaigns. All of the things that I discussed about maximum budget, the threshold, and the maximum discount, as well as you can include also a link to the buyer T's and C's that you can see on the seller center, and a number of best practices here. Okay, so now let's go back to a little bit the wider picture and the wider landscape of all of the different promotional tools and how we can fit coded coupon into the strategy. So we've built coded coupons on the same basis as the other Sell Hub promotions, as multi-buy or the discount and sell event. So you will encounter the same element to set up your coupons campaign. For example, you can set up coupons as an amount off, £20 off, or a percentage off, 20% off an order. And you can set up a threshold or not. You can also set up a coupon as a multi-item offer on amount spent or quantity of items purchased. So there is some example on this slide. The first one is a set reduction, 20% off over £50, so that's a threshold. It will end at the end of May, and there is T's and C's applied. So this is kind of the recommended wording to be clear and set expectation clearly with your buyers when you're using those elements. And another way to do it, 20% off with the minimum spend, again, threshold, maximum discount of £40, a later end date, T's and C's apply. And then as you've seen with coded coupon, we can do something that will be closer to a markdown, or we can do something that is closer to an order discount or even a multi-buy. And so you can actually do multi-item offer, like buy one, get one half price for a specific period of time, T's and C's apply. Okay. And maybe you have understood that this discussions about which promo tool to use or which type of promo tool to use, the same thing with coded again. So if you've been with us, for a few years, looking at the guidance of Seller Center, being part of some of the seller events that we've organized, you may remember these diagrams. To do this diagram, we'll analyze a lot of promotions on the site and realize that the item price and the volume of frequency of sales were key to select the right promotion. On high price item, which we will consider as above £30, Sell Event performs better. And here that will also be true for Sell Event type of coded coupon. And where Sell Event work well for this mid to high volume items, The next thing is that offer to buyers and best offer works well for mid to low volume items by helping to identify the right points where demand meets supply. So this negotiation tool can be really useful for low volume items, especially when they are high ASP. And if, however, the volume of purchase is not that high, you can also look at order discount when you're coming back. So sorry, I'm I'm confused with the slide is built. But basically, what this second slide means is that on multi-buy and order discount, which are low ASP items below £30, that's where those two tools are recommended. And our recommendation is to use multi-buy on the high frequency, high volume items, and order discount when you have a number of listings with less quantity, or to be able to bundle sets of unique items, for example. And I think what is interesting here is that coded coupon works in the same way. So while this way of choosing your promotions is defining by the item price and the volume that you get, you can do the same thing with coded coupon. And so the best practice will be to use amount and percentage of coupons on high ASP item, as well as with something with some volume, and then you can use multi-item or threshold coupons for low ASP items, thinking about how you can blend them into sets that works for buyers. So now let's look about how a possible strategy overall could be for promotions. We've said we have lots of different type of promotion tools that can be used and that you can that you can engage with. So one strategy could be to use multi-buy and order discount as an evergreen pricing strategy. So you put them on for a long time, and basically, especially on items that are below £30, category with a higher than average multi-quantity orders, that's where you can engage with those tools and those campaigns and lead them on a long-term basis. Then for items that are more seasonal, for items that will be best selling at some point during the year, that's where you can boost those velocities of sales by offering a public coupon or a sale event on high demand items. So that works well for seasonal inventory, for best sellers, for higher ASP item, or lower ASP but using a threshold. And then the third part of the strategy could be to use private offer to buyers, but private coupons to drive loyalty. And here's the main use case for coded coupon is to actually, for example, drive your buyers back to your listing by offering a 15% off your next purchase, for example, and even print it and put it into the parcel. And this will help build loyalty and brings your buyers back to your listings. So I will stop a little bit here. This is a little bit the one slide to photograph. If you have one, it's a little bit like the fact sheet for everything promotions. And I can see that there is a few questions, so I will answer this one. Is there a limit on the amount of time you can apply a coupon to a listing? Is it once every 30 days? So there is no limit on the amount of time you can apply a coupon to a listing, but there is a limit. Well, you can set up a limit for the buyer to redeem a coupon per account. So for example, you can just say that actually you can allow only one redemption per account, or 2 or 3 or 4 redemption per account, to limit the way that the coupons code are used against and through different type of buyers. So I'm leave you a little bit to go through this slide, but the way to understand this is that to remember, all what we've said is that there is a number of promotions that are on eBay. And they are sale event, multi-buy, or the discount. What I'm saying by on eBay is that because they are seen by all visitors of your listings, and they are offered, to all customers visiting your listings. Then for selected customers, you can send an offer to buyers. Again, recommended to close a sale, to accelerate the sale of a long tail inventory, or to offer a bargain to a very specific customer that have looked at a very specific item. And then you have the coded coupons. And the public coupons is actually something that you can use as well on eBay, as we discussed. And that could work as a sale event, as a multi-buy or a discount offer. They are visible to all on eBay. And you can, as I've just said, use all of the elements that I have discussed to limit the way that the discounts are displayed, and this will be also displayed to the visitors of the listings. And then you can use private coupon to engage with specific customers in specific channel, and they are a great way to offer something specific to drive repeat purchase or traffic from outside eBay to your eBay listings. So finally, what is next for coded coupon? And a little bit of what's coming soon. So, eBay is actually a marketplace that makes changes all the time, and that we are building a number of seller tools and for you to enjoy. So the first things that we are building and just launched as actually the print coupons from seller orders, which I will talk to a little bit later on. We will be able to send a coupon when sending an offer to buyers as well in a few months, as well as sharing coupons on social media from Seller Hub. So to go back to print coupons, and I know we had the questions earlier on this, if you go to Seller Hub orders, manage all orders, the order tabs, you will see an option which is print coupon within the drop-down menu that you can see here. And this print coupon will display then this screen where you can select the size of the coupon that you want to print. There will be, a number of things that will be auto grabbed by eBay and Seller Hub to be able to print, and then you can print using your own printer. And you can do this listing by listing or in bulk mode, and then edit a number of coupons to be able to be sent in all of the parcels that you are dispatching on the day, for example. And then sharing on social media. So again, this is coming. This is not the case today, but will be coming in the next few months. And the idea here is really to be able to, when you are setting up a campaign in Seller Hub marketing tab, that you increase your traffic to your listing by actually sharing on social media the fact that you're doing a campaign. It could be a private or a public campaign. You can choose that. And that is helpful to drive repeat purchase, to encourage loyalty, especially if you have a good following on social media, or if you are building your brand and have a very selected inventory that you want your buyers to come back to. Yeah, and that's it. I think we are now for Q&A. Happy to answer your questions, as well as any thoughts or comments on Seller Hub promotions.
Thanks, Berenger, and really interesting to hear that. And yeah, we do have a few other questions that have come through. So yeah, so let me just maybe throw a few of those at you. So how do I build the right strategy for using promotions? So we did talk a little bit about strategy in there, but for somebody who's already, this is from a brand who's fairly new onto eBay, and really are there tools and things? So why should I use them? When should I use them? How do I build out the right strategy around that?
Yeah, great question. And I think again there is two ways to answer it. I think is thinking about what is happening today and thinking dynamically in terms of what is the life cycle of your listings. And the way to engage with promotion is to think that probably there is promotions that you can do at any time, but there are different ones at different time of the life of the listing. So at the beginning, it's great to set up multi-buy if you have deep stock of the item, because that's drive the number of purchase, and it is also driving this idea of having an evergreen pricing strategy based on multi-buy. Then when the listing is going well, you have a best selling, you can actually do some sell event or some public coupon, to drive interest, to surf on the goodness that are coming to the listing. And then when it's the end of the life of the listing, or you want to accelerate actually moving on to a different stock or a different range, that's where you can start to engage into either doing markdowns to clear stock. You can try to do a bit more of offer to buyers that you will be doing. To accelerate, as well as increasing the order discount and multi-buy pricing strategy that you may have set.
Mm-hmm. Great. And then following up from that one is, from a brand point of view, we don't want to discount is the question.
Yeah.
So, we're trying to make sure that we're keeping our brand and recognition and, and our pricing is it. So we're also competing with sellers of our brand on the marketplace, other resellers. And what are the strategies around coupons that help us not to devalue the brand?
Yeah. It's a very good point. And I think eBay is also doing coupons directly, and so it's something that we also engage with and we also looked at. So I think what I would say is that, and that's the reason why there is so many different type of promotions, because not one promotions is the answer for all type of inventory, all type of sellers, all type of brand. One way to actually use the private coupons and offer to buyers are not seen by other buyers. So that's one way to look at this. Now, what I would never go or advise is to actually inflate the listing price initially to then give too much margin or to keep too much margin on, because that is detrimental to the visibility of the listing in the first place. So I think it's really a questions about knowing the margin that you have, how you want to make money on each of the items, and then engage with all of the different tools at different times to get to the best selling possibility.
Yeah. So I guess what you say here is when you're kind of building out your pricing strategy overall, it's important as part of that to take into account the promotions that are available, the tools that are available to do that, and build that out from the start, and not go out there with a pricing strategy that says, I want to make 20% margin, and then figure out, how do we then start to use the levers in there? Yeah,
totally. And I think there is also, a number of tools like therapeutic product research or listing quality report that will help you to define if you are in the right spot in terms of your pricing compared to the marketplace. And eBay is a marketplace, pricing are changing all the time, and so it's something to keep an eye on relatively closely. Those tools are here to help sellers to define that on a regular basis as well.
Yeah, and since we're talking to brands a lot today and multiple different marketplaces that they're probably selling on, and I guess one of the important messages of this is also making sure that you have eBay specific pricing strategy and tool strategy, isn't it? It's not a one marketplace fits all. It's about understanding how eBay works and the customer journey on eBay.
That's a very, very good point. And I think, that totally, and that I think it's also mean too that eBay buyers are specific. They are, engaging with eBay in different ways that people engage in other different marketplaces. They're not looking exactly for the same thing. They are probably looking more for bargains, but they are also making more spending more time to find the right item that they want, finding their perfect, which was one of our tagline a few years ago. And I think what this means as well is that those tools, some are unique to eBay, some are not, but they all have a very different place within the eBay ecosystem. And I think especially for building a brand, I think coded coupon is really a new string to the bow of brands to be able to build repeat purchase on eBay, to build something that is kind of a unique strategy, which you said, well, I know I have good inventory. I know I have, I'm curating my items. They are good things, and I'm sure that people that have bought from me one day might be interested by another items from me in some times. And the question is when. Is it this, is it the next week? Is it in the next quarter? All of this, and that's where Coded Coupon could really help to build the brand strategy on eBay as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that we've seen over the last 18 months is probably an increase on the B2B buyer journey as well. So I guess this could be another area where, with the situation we've had globally, more people are looking at finding brands and manufacturers online. So that B2B journey is more increased. And I think eBay has seen quite a big growth in that area as well, or sellers have certainly seen a big growth of people using eBay as an opportunity there. So how can that relate into using coupons in that type of a journey?
So there is different things. So there is an added interest into eBay overall. I think one of the things that buyers are looking for is also the way that eBay offered an alternative to specific or very traditional retailing. So, the launch of certified refurbished, for example, is a way to actually get access to some type of inventory that is different from what you can find somewhere else. It's also better for the environment, but it's also helping to access those value at those good great item at better value way to do this. So that's one thing to look at, and I think the coded coupon are a way to also bring back people to your listings and to your stores. And I think that's where it's the beginning, it's the beginning of a journey. It's also very new for me. I'm very interested into seeing how brands and sellers are using them at the moment, to just see, is this actually helping the eBay, your eBay stores to have actually taking more space than it does today. Today, an eBay store is just a destination on eBay. But with private coupon, you can use this as actually saying that there's only this eBay real estate, and then you come back to it, weeks after weeks, or month after month of repeat purchase. And excited to see how that will be used and done by sellers.
Another question we've had in is, as we use an automated order system, would we be able to print, say, 50 of the coupons and from the one and send them out?
Yeah, I think we will be able to do that using, again, it's from Seller Hub order tabs, and then using one of the bulk edit system. Now, again, it also can be, it might be easier to just print it off completely outside of eBay. There is no specific benefit of using the print coupon from eBay. It's very convenient, and it's helpful. But building the slip outside of eBay with if there is all of the terms and conditions that we've discussed, is also perfectly possible.
Yeah, fantastic. And another question is, what is the relationship between promoted listings and offer to buyer regarding fees? So if a buyer has followed a promoted listing link but only buys as a result of an offer to buyer, do we get charged the promoted listing fees?
Yeah. The answer is yes, you will be charged the promoted listing fees. It's something that we know is not ideal. It is also the same for best offer, but at the moment it is the way that the system works.
Yeah, fantastic. And another question was, when should I use these type of these type of promotions or coupons, and how does it relate to a brand new listing and a new product versus something that I've been already selling on there?
So this is a good question, and to be honest, there is not a silver answer or silver bullet answer. I'm seeing sellers doing different things at different time. I think from a brand new listing, the most important is to get the foundation right. Very good title, very good photo, all of your item specifics, and then probably start with promoted listing, because we know it's important to get visible. And then from that point, there is the questions of pricing, and where do you start your pricing strategy. again, depends on the inventory, the type of competition that you're facing. Here, Therapeutic Product Research can help you to understand what you're competing against, both in terms of what is the perfect listing and pricing. And then from then, that's where you can start to think about the different type of promotion that you can engage on. One rule of thumbs is that probably I think putting a multi-buy on from the beginning, I think is probably what a lot of sellers are doing. And then start to engage with offer to buyers when you see that there is a lot of watchers on the item, because that might help you to just see. And then that's maybe where you can see, well, I see a lot of watchers, they're not watching and they're buying when I'm doing a lot of offer to buyers. Maybe that means I need to start to reduce the price. And then that's maybe you can detect. Then one way to do then to have maybe a markdown for 14 days and see what's happened, or start to engage with some of the different promotions that we have on.
Yeah, no, that's great. And this it kind of relates a little bit to what you just said. Was another really interesting question was, is it just price? Or how does great data support it? So could I just rely on putting a title and a picture up there and just use the coupons and use promoted listings?
I think
without doing all the work on putting all the item specifics in, making sure the great titles are there, and optimizing for that. Yeah.
So that will probably be the real answer might be that there might be pockets of the marketplace where you can get away with this, but I think we need to think about the buyers as well. And item specific are important for buyers to find their perfect, the item that they want to see. Photos and titles are important to also drive to their own expectation of what you receive. So that's why for me, I think the kind of the listing quality is more important than the promotions. But it is true that it could be something to it's a balance. And I know also how difficult it is to actually keep up with having the perfect listing all the time. I think sometimes that's it's a little bit like gardening. You need to come back to it and see what's going on.
Exactly, and I guess that's where within eBay you can go in and have a look at how things change. Like we've seen the changes through item specifics. But I guess it does state it's that great data, isn't it? Have that great data, making sure you've got your multi-buys in there, making sure you've got that. Then it's about, okay, how do I enhance that and utilizing these coupons and all these great programs that are coming out as well. So a couple of other questions. Will the public coupon be shown on the app as well as the desktop?
Yeah, the answer is yes. Totally. 70% of the transactions on eBay are touched by mobile, and so it's very important to have the parity of what is shown on the app that is shown on desktop.
Great. And another question is about offer to buyer and also private coupons. Will they be able to see that in analytics?
So this is a great question, which my question would be what you would like to see. I don't know if the question could be added, but yeah, I understand. I would love to be able to do it. I would love to hear what they would like to see there in this situation.
Great. And and also for everybody who wants to kind of really find out more information about all of this and build their strategies, where's the best place to get that help?
So this is a good question. So there is the Seller Center promotion page, which has information about the diagram that I've shown. There is some videos as well that are shown for all of the different type of promo tools. We are starting also. You may see we are starting to do something that some sellers may have noticed, is that in Seller Hub itself, we have new pages called Learning Resources in the left-hand half. So on the left navigation, you might see that. And this is where we are putting more seller education material for sellers to try to understand how to make the most use of our tools. And we will be launching one for the marketing tab very soon. So that also be a place where they could find out more information about all of those tools.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, Seller Hub has such a wealth of information. And going through and spending the time if you're responsible for these areas, is definitely worth doing, because there's no secret, is it? It's all out there. It's all in the public domain, and it's about education and making sure you're utilizing those tools, like Therapy that you've talked about, the coupons, and getting the knowledge of really understanding the marketplace and being successful on it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and another interesting question that's come in is, does running these type of promotions help get my listing more visible, and does it help cross-pollinate against other categories where people might be searching for other items?
So this is a very good question, which I had a few times over the years. The answer is yes and no, because there is no fast track for promotions on the ranking system, or it's, promotion is not promoted listing basically. But what promotion does is that that's increase the sales velocity on the item. So it's increased the listing history, and the fact that buyers are clicking on it and seeing it. So that helps to build the history of the listing, which then helps for overall search ranking. And I think for anyone that is interested into looking at this, I think one great way to start is the listing quality report, which is a report that is available on Seller Hub Performance tab, which we launched recently, and it's there is also a YouTube video that you can find about this listing quality report here, and it's a benchmark of your listings in terms of impressions, views, and sales compared to the top 10% within the category. And that's where you can see that if you can see that all of the 10% listings, the top 10% listings are doing one type of promotion and you're not, that probably by doing this, that will help you to be closer to what the benchmark is. But then it might be also something else. You might just see that it might be free shipping actually that they're doing and that you're not doing, or it's the number of items specific or the number of photos. So this is actually a great tool to be able to see actionable recommendation at category and listing level for this.
Fantastic. Good. Great. I think we've got about a minute and a half left before the end of our session here. So if there's any last minute questions, feel free to pop them in there. But really, I think, thank you so much for being on with us today and sharing these exciting new tools that are coming there, and actually talking through a whole lot of stuff. I think there's some great questions that came through from the audience. And I think there should be a lot of interest in it. And it's definitely tools that, brands, manufacturers, and sellers should really be taking advantage of. Yeah. So any last words from you?
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Matt. It was a pleasure to be with you this morning. I hope that sellers will try coded coupon, listing quality report, Therapy product research, all of the tools that I've talked today. There is feedback link in most of those tools in Seller Hub, so please also share your thought about it, or through the eBay community. Excited to see how that will turn out, and to continue to help sellers working on those tools.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Berenger. And thank you, everybody, for attending the session and your interesting questions and engagement with this session today. We're going to be taking a short break around 15 minutes. So please take some time to use the supplier showcase, where you can go and look at all the different suppliers that are sponsoring this week, and all of the speakers. There'll be people there that can answer questions. Feel free to use the different networking rooms on the system, the coffee tables, but really use that session to really get in and have a look, and and really use the system to network and get your questions answered. So thanks again for the great content, and really nice to have spent this morning and learning all about the coded coupons. So thanks again, Berenger.
Thank you very much, Matt. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.